Shalom, Kahalal, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bahashim Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, to the Akwat that are listening and learning and being a pillar of rest, to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, so the other day I was trying to remember this scripture, and then I found it sometime after I made the lesson, and I said, well, I made the statement that I was gonna do uh, a follow-up lesson. So this is it, and we're in the prime of it. And then the Spirit kind of hit me and explained, why there was that lull and why we had to come back, because I noticed something. This is Luke 21:9. We're going to read it in the King James first. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. And we all know that from what? We all know that from Matthew. Okay? And we're going to let's look at the similarities and the differences real quick, because we always read this, right? On Tuesday. Okay, so Matthew 24:6, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, so wars and rumors of wars. Okay, so let's look at the differences. We'll go back to Luke, and Luke reads, you shall hear of wars, and instead of rumors of wars, it's commotions. And what I was looking for uprisings, and I couldn't find. I kept, well, I know it was in Luke. I know it was in Luke, and I wasn't seeing it, but it's in these different versions. So when you read the NIV, there it is. This is the word I was looking for. Okay. When you hear of wars and uprisings, do not be frightened. These things must first happen. And then we'll go down the list. Uprisings, insurrections, tumults, rebellions. So all of this is fresh fruit for the picking. This. You bring all these words, synonyms, if you will. Okay, rebellions. What else do we got? Revolts, disturbances, right? Civil unrest, revolts, uprising. Look at that. See all of that meat right there? Rebellions, tumults, commotions, riots, civil unrest, seditions. Look at that meat. That's meat. Okay, and here's what I noticed through the Spirit. These things go together. Wars and uprising. They're over there fighting. They're over there killing. They're committing genocide. What are we going to do? We're going to go to the embassy. Okay? These things are hand in hand. Okay? These things are created by Esau. Esau created a war. Well, we're going to go to war on this date. Esau will create an insurrection, false flag. We understand that January 6th, that insurrection was contrived, was it not? Right? It was a psyop, and a bunch of people went to prison. They were eating them up. It was a setup. Let me speak in street lingo so a nigga can understand. It was a setup. Okay? So they set these things up, right? From the ground, and then somebody who's on the fence, I'm not going out there. They see a bunch of, I'm going down there. Okay? And you fuck around and get locked up and do 20 years or whatever. That's what happened on Jan 6, right? Your boy, what's his name? Bill Hicks, saying, "Oh, we're going to meet at the Capitol building." And you fluff them in, get them all into a frenzy, and then you tiptoe away, and then they're all worked up, and then next thing you know, Anything can happen, but the point is that these things go together. Okay? Now, what comes before this? What comes before this sentence right here? Let's go back. Okay? Got to go back too, because he was asked a question. Teacher, they asked, Luke 21:7, when will these things happen? Well, what things happen? What will be the signs that they are about to take? This is plain. What will be the signs that they are about to take place? What things? Got to go back. Okay? And Yahushua said, as for what you see here, the time will come when not one stone will be left upon another. Every one of them shall be thrown down. How's that going to happen? Nuclear exchange. So they're saying, well, when is that going to take place? Right here. Well, when will these things happen? What things? That nuclear exchange that's going to level everything, right? And then he answered the question that well, when is that going to happen? What signs should we look for? He said, watch out that you are not deceived. What does that mean? I mean, they're going to be creating these things. Okay? For many will come in my name, say, a savior, right? I'm the savior. We're going to save you from all this. No, we don't need to be saved. Not from you. For many will come in my name claiming, I am he, and the time is near. Do not follow them. So it may look like the time when he's coming, but he ain't coming back yet. All right? Let no man deceive you. What's the next one? All right? When you hear these things, do not be frightened. When you hear of what? Wars and uprisings. Well, where are we at? These things must happen first, but that don't mean it's the end. Why? Because they're still trying to control the narrative and throwing false flags at you. So I typed this in, Arabs around the world protesting at embassies and capitals. And what popped up 2 days ago, 6 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, look at this. 1 day, 6 days. So this is happening now. What is this? It's a sign. Okay? It says, don't let anyone mislead you. See that you are not led astray. What does it mean, led astray? That means somebody concocted a scheme, and if you fall into it, you got. All right? This ain't it. This is just like for example, okay, before the chariots come back, what's going to happen? Well, the devil is going to stage a false flag, alien invasion. Before the real one comes, the devil got to come with the counterfeit. Okay, before the real war comes, the devil got to stage a count. He set up a war and wagging the dog, right? While he thinks he has complete control of the war that he created, it's going to get away from him. It's going to spiral out of his control. All right? The deception is what? The psyop. Watch out that you are not deceived. This is it. This is the war in heaven. No, it ain't. War in heaven has to do with the real chariots, the real angels. Barakatah in there. Right? So that's what's going on. Back to this. And here they are. Beirut protests what? Outside U.S. Embassy. This is what I wrote. Embassies and capitals. They're protesting. They're uprising. These are uprisings. Okay, down with Israel. Protests erupt across Middle East after Gaza hospital strike. And this is way beyond the scope of what they thought was going to come. Now they're scared. They're like, uh-oh. All right, slow down, regroup. All right, plan B, nigga. What's the contingency? This shit's crazy. All right, so let's watch this. When you see All of these people, and they mad, ready to burn shit. Okay, you know something you can see else is going on. So, Lucky, bear with me on the commercial. I'm gonna cut this short. They're Ali Boumaye, Ali Boumaye. They're all on one accord right there. Uprisings, insurrections. This is it. We're looking at it. Okay, it's written in the book. Now it's going down. And it's not in one place. This is everywhere. This is it's in Babylon. Okay, it's in the Valley of Yehoshaphat. It's everywhere. It's in the land of Ham. Okay, what is that? Tunis, Tunisia. All right, they're tearing shit up everywhere right now. All right, they wasn't expected. They thought, well, what we're going to do is we're going to force everybody to watch us perform this genocide, and ain't nobody going to say shit. No. Jan 6, anyone? January 6. Can you imagine if they lit the Capitol on fire down there in Virginia? Can you imagine that? Tunisia. Look at that. The land of Ham, Libya, Morocco, the land of Ham, right? Ancient Babylon, Yemen, nigga, Yemen with firing missiles yesterday. Not just protesting, they're firing missiles, okay? And beyond the Arab world in the Netherlands, see, well, how long go back 30 years and look at all the displacement of the Arabs. When they have a little war in that country, bunch of them flee, right? Where do they go? They go to the Netherlands. They go to Finland. And the so-called Edomites, the Edomites that live in these lands are mad as hell. What are all these Ausländer? Well, I was living in Switzerland, and the term that they use for foreigner is Ausländer. The Ausländer, right? Well, when you get these, what you call refugees, right? They're the Ausländer, and then they start taking over, and the country starts changing. Then they start running for office and political slots and stuff like that, and the laws start changing. Motherfuckers are mad right now. Okay? Everywhere. And so, well, who's standing up in there's a bunch of Arabs in the Netherlands that are storming capitals and embassies. That's one. Okay. Let's go back. We're gonna look. We'll choose one more. 6 days. That's 2 days. 2 days. Let's see. Simply terrifying. Footage from around the world shows protest. This is 13 hours. Let's take a look at this.
One simple but brilliant trick to...
Sky News Australia, 14 hours ago. Simply terrifying. Footage from around the world shows protests at U.S. embassies. Why? Why U.S. embassies? Why? Why Babylon? They're mad at Babylon. They're more mad at Babylon than they are at the Israelis. What's that? Go.
At American embassy.
Take it to the top.
Well, no one was singing at American embassies in the Middle East over the last 48 hours. Have a look at this footage from Beirut.
These scenes are being replicated across the region. You can see people here, they're breaking stones. I'll give you a...
Now, see what you don't understand, right? When you see this right here, you know what they're doing? They're fighting a war, okay? They don't have AKs, they don't have body armor, they don't have tanks, they don't have planes. All they have is what is in their immediate area. And guess what? See, these dudes are warriors. They're going up against the tank. Tank rolling, these niggas are like this. No body armor, no shoes, no sandals. And what are they doing? They're actually heroes because they're fighting for their country. You see? It just look, oh, but they throwing sticks around them. No, these are warriors. And when you see them moving, like a little Jeep will come in with armor and bulletproof glass, like the Israelis would drive a little, and these guys are moving in formations. Okay, this side you attack, and then when it makes the turn, then this side comes in. That's maneuvers. If you understand fire and maneuver, you might have to get that. That's what they teach.
A little bit of a geography tour. Over there where the smoke's coming up, that's the road. That's the road leading to the US Embassy, and people here.
Way back in warfare, right, they had something called a catapult, right? Which was a step up from what? From doing this. This is a human catapult right there. It's a weapon of war.
Effectively saying that the United States is complicit in what they claim are war crimes being committed in Gaza.
Do you see any women out here? You see fighting. This is an army, right? And they're trained. They have tactics. You just don't see it like that. And guess what? They're winning. Go back to Vietnam and see who won. The great America, right, with all its firepower and military strength, got that ass ran out on a rail because the other side was completely committed. Okay? It doesn't look like they're a fighting force, but hey, formidable. Go back and listen to this guy, Scott Ritter, saying how scared the Israelis are. They're scared. We're going into Gaza? Oh, shit. Yeah, because they know what's waiting. You get got with all that body armor and all them rounds and weapons that you fuck around and get got. All right?
Now, just round that corner where the smoke is thickest is the entrance to the US Embassy. We'll try and make it there, but you can see there's a lot of tear gas. And it's quite difficult to breathe here. It gets in your eyes as well. But
look at that. That's some old school. That's some old school David and Goliath. You see that sling? The nigga had the sling. You can't say that this is not an army conducting warfare.
You'll forgive the language there as the atmosphere extremely charged. Just move around here. Dean, follow me. Come down here. You can see people are slinging. They make slings to throw stones as well. We'll just move around the corner here, and you can see where
the bravery. Okay, they getting shot at with 5.56 and 7.62 ball ammunition. All right.
Now with the tear gas, but this fire here was started last night. This is the second day of protests that have happened here.
Like I said, we could go on all night showing protests around the world. We'll show you one more. This one is particularly interesting because it's in the Capitol building in the US. Now, you remember when Trump supporters went into the Capitol building protesting, it was the greatest threat to democracy since Pearl Harbor.
Now we're about to watch. What we're about to watch is a psyop because these people are not small hats. You got Negroes in there. Anybody that puts on a shirt with a slogan on it, and there's a bunch of them. See, these people, they don't do that. Small hats don't do what you're about to see. This is a BLM type of, cobbled together, these leftists or whatever, right here in Babylon the Great, right? Watch what they're about to show.
So serious when 10,000 protesters turn up to protest on behalf of Hamas. A few hundred got inside the building.
Wrong. Just like Jan 6 was a psyop, you're about to watch a psyop. Watch it real close, and you should be able to differentiate. What we just watched prior, that was real. This is a contrived BLM type psyop, and half of these people aren't even so-called Israelis. These are just people with a shirt on that are part of some BLM bullshit, and they're passing it off as, oh, well, we Israelis are supporting the Palestinians. It doesn't work like that. Sorry. This is a psyop. So all these people that you see are all small hats? No. It says, those people say, cease fire now. What? Watch when the Negro walks across with a shirt on. I'm like, this nigga right here, he's a Israeli? No, he's not. This is a BLM type psyop. How did they get up in there? Somebody let them in. This is a photo op trying to show, oh, well, we have empathy for the others. No, sorry.
Now, to be fair, some protest.
Now, if you go back and find that and watch a large roll of it, that was just a little clip to make you. This is all contrived.
Were arrested, but I don't know that they'll be jailed for 10 years or so. Like
try 17 to 22 years. No doubt.
And what they're doing is they're demonizing the maggots, okay? Because suddenly the maggots are on the errorist list, right? They're out there committing foul balls and shit. So anyway, let's look this up real quick. Let's see what this means. Fire and maneuver, D-E-R, maneuver, M-A-N-E. Fire, what does fire and maneuver mean? Fire and maneuver. What is on Steam? What the fuck is that? Definition. Meaning. What does fire and maneuver mean? Fire and maneuver, or fire and maneuver, fire and movement, or fire and maneuver is the basic modern military low-level unit tactic used to maneuver on the battlefield in the presence of the enemy. Okay, so when we go back here, let's see. Let's just go right here. Let me see. I need a good example. Bear with me for a moment. Is the one that was in Ramallah. Let's see. We'll just use the one we just used, which was right here. Okay. Because what I'm trying to show here is that this is a coordinated Right? These aren't just boys throwing rocks. It's more than that. Okay? This is they know what they're doing. Okay? They know when to go in, they know when to come back. Let me see. Salakia, bear with me for a minute. Ram Allah. Ramallah protest. Ramallah protest. Let's see where that takes us. 2 days ago. Protesters, 2 days ago. Clashing. Let's see. It's when that truck was coming in. See, they know. They've been doing this for years. These are soldiers. Now it's time to retreat. But before the retreat, see them? See them? Watch how they work together. Here comes this comes in, they attack it. These are other soldiers. That's soldiers. That might be the Ramallah police. See, my point is that they're fighting. You hear all them explosions and all of that? That's coming from both sides. Okay? That's warfare. Is it this? Palestinians throw stones at Israeli forces in West Bank.
Let's be honest.
Salakia. And forgive me, I'm just trying to, Look at this. He's getting shot at. He's shooting. Now, as a casualty, one of them gets hurt, right? They pick him up, they take him to the rear, they take him to the hospital. He's all jacked up, he's on a gurney. Why? Because he's out there fighting in the war. Okay? This is what you do. You don't leave your comrade, right? You go out on a patrol, somebody gets shot, you got to go get that guy and take him to the rear and get him to a medic. Okay? This is what's going on. He's a casualty on the battlefield. They're doing what you do, what soldiers do. Pick that guy up, take him back, and then get your ass right back out there. They're all working together. Anyway. See that there on the battlefield. MRAPs. Is that a laser? What the hell? That's a gun. Mounted gun. Anyway, good enough. Good enough. Barricade in the West Bank. We'll go ahead and end it right there. But what we see, when you hear of wars and uprisings, do not be frightened. Wars and insurrections, tumults, rebellions, that's not a rebellion. Definitely a commotion. Revolt. You ever hear of the Revolutionary War? Here we go. Civil unrests, revolts, uprisings. Guess what? You have to endure until the end, and this ain't it. Anyway, so with that, I just thought that I had to go back and clarify Luke 21:9. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified, you brothers and few sisters. Shalom.